Hello guys, hope all of you are doing great. Today's video is going to be super interesting, as today we are going to talk about military helicopters. Military helicopters are an expensive and burdensome luxury from a financial and developmental perspective, therefore only the leading nations can develop and deploy their own designs. Consequently, most current attack helicopters make this list as options are rather limited, even worldwide. Today our agenda is to discuss top 10 bleeding-edge military helicopters. So without any further ado, let us dig right into it. Number 10. Denel RUIVULK. Our list starts with South African RUIVULK, which is based on French aerospatial SA330 Puma. In turn, the design is highly dependent on French technology and spare parts. RUIVULK is Afrikaans for Red Falcon. With the bold intention of manufacturing one of the best attack helicopters in the world, Denel Aviation succeeded in producing an aircraft on par with its rivals. Being armed with highly sophisticated indigenous Mokopa ATGMs, the RUIVULK outmatches everything South Africa could potentially face in its geopolitical region. With only 12 examples produced and financial difficulties shadowing operational readiness, the RUIVULK is a far-reaching idea, but Denel's technological reach somewhat exceeds its grasp. The prototype first flew on the 11th of February 1990, by which sometime the program had suffered a considerable setback. Some of the program's ailments were a consequence of the ambition to produce a world-leading attack helicopter, while a simpler aircraft may have been completed during the 1980s, allowing it to possibly enter service around the same time as the Oryx. The RUIVULK instead suffered from a highly extended development time. Number 9. CAIC Z10. Lighter than its contemporaries, the Chinese Z10 was designed with an input from Russian Kamov Design Bureau. It is the first indigenous attack helicopter produced in China. A fresh design with an introduction dating back to 2012, numerically it already covers the needs of Chinese armed forces. The Z10 is yet to receive its trial by fire. So far, 300 plus were produced for the People's Liberation Army. These helicopters have a history of manufacturers. In 2000, the Chinese again attempted to obtain a Russian attack helicopter, but the deal for the Kamov Ka52 fell apart just as the Mi28 deal several years earlier. The repeated failures in obtaining foreign attack helicopters reinforced feelings that China had no choice but to ignore foreign options and develop its own such aircraft and work on the Z10 Accelerated. In the same year, HAMC transferred most of its production responsibilities to CAIC of AVIC-2. The official reason given was excessive workload. HAMC was busy producing the HC-120 and Harbin Z9, as well as other fixed-wing aircraft such as the Harbin Y-12, and thus was stretched to the limit. However, many speculated that HAMC was not performing well enough due to rigid and ineffective Soviet-style management practices believed to have caused the company to go into debt. Number 8. Mi-24 Hind. The Mi-24 is a large helicopter gunship, attack helicopter, and low-capacity troop transport with room for 8 passengers. It is produced by MIL Moscow Helicopter Plant and has been operated since 1972 by the Soviet Air Force and its successors along with 48 other nations. The recurring aerial image of Asian and African conflicts for the past 40 years, the aging design is a multifunctional platform used by countless nations and paramilitary groups. Mi-24 to helicopters is what AKM is to assault rifles. A Cold War goes hot classic with an incredible staying power. An attack transport helicopter hybrid, it is far larger than the succeeding designs. Heavily armed and armored, although less nimble by today's standards, it is still relevant today. As of August 25, 2020, a new variant, Mi-35P, is starting serial production for an undisclosed foreign customer. With over 60 users worldwide and 2,600 plus units manufactured, it is the most produced attack helicopter to date. Number 7. Augusta A129 Mangusta. The Augusta A129 Mangusta is an attack helicopter originally designed and produced by Italian company Augusta. It has continued to be developed by Augusta Westland, the successor company to Augusta. The Italian A129 is the first attack helicopter to be manufactured in Western Europe. The lightest one among its global counterparts, the Italian design was reshaped following the end of the Cold War. As NATO did not intend to face Soviet armor onslaught anymore, the design was simplified, ballistic protection lightened. At the time, the design was comparable to the American AH-64 Apache. The A129 uses standard NATO weaponry, including Hellfire and TOW ATGMs. 60 units were manufactured, of which 30 plus are continuing to be operational today. Number 6. Tai T129 ATAK. Turkish modernization of the Augusta A129 Mangusta, the T129 shares only the fuselage with its Italian counterpart. The internals are proprietary Turkish technology with upgraded avionics, airframe, and weapons. Around 60 units are in service today with a capability to build 32 more if deemed necessary. With interest from multiple nations including Qatar, Philippines, and Pakistan, T129 is a seemingly more successful international version of its Italian predecessor. Number 5. Eurocopter Tiger. A joint Franco-German development, the Tiger is the second and the most recent attack helicopter to emerge from Western Europe. With more than 180 units produced, it is the most successful and widespread European design. Employing composite layout, 80% of the airframe is constructed of carbon laminates, Kevlar, and honeycomb-shaped structures. Configured with a plethora of Western missiles, rockets, and a French cannon, the Tiger is employed by German, French, Spanish, and Australian forces. Number 4. Bell AH-1Z Viper. The Bell AH-1Z Viper is an American twin-engine attack helicopter based on the AH-1W Super Cobra that was developed for the United States Marine Corps as part of the H-1 upgrade program. The AH-1Z features a 4-blade, bearingless, composite main rotor system, uprated transmission, and a new target sighting system. The American Viper is a third-generation descendant of the venerable Bell AH-1 Cobra, which in turn is the predecessor of all modern attack helicopters. The U.S. Marine Corps' asset traces its lineage back to 1965. The latest model in the class-defining design, the Viper proves to be a very capable and long-lasting platform. Introduced in 2010, the Marines are planning to employ 189 Vipers. With fresh orders from Bahrain and Czech Republic, the platform is keeping the momentum in its favor 55 years on. Number 3. Mi28 NM Havoc. The Mi28 is a Russian all-weather day-night military tandem two-seat anti-armor attack helicopter. It is an attack helicopter with no intended secondary transport capability, better optimized than the Mi-24 gunship for the role. This newest Russian attack helicopter is supplementing the iconic Mi-24 and the unique Ka-50 series. With exceptionally long development time, from the first flight to introduction having passed 27 years, the Havoc has finally shaped itself into an all-round efficient design. It is especially noted for its armor, with windshields withstanding a hit from 14.5 by 114mm cartridges. The Havoc just had its successful combat debut in Syria during the Battle of Palmyra. As of 2020, it is in service with Russia, Iraq, and Algeria, with more orders to be expected. Number 2. Kamov Ka52 Hokum B. The Kamov Ka50 Black Shark is a Russian single-seat attack helicopter with the distinctive coaxial rotor system of the Kamov Design Bureau. It was designed in the 1980s and adopted for service in the Russian Army in 1995. It is manufactured by the Progress Company in Arseniev. It's the most unique attack helicopter in service today. The Ka-52 has a wildly unconventional design. Tandem side-by-side seating, ejection seats, dual contra-rotating main rotors, and no tail blades. It is one of the most maneuverable helicopters of any kind in the world today. Having an advanced battlefield management system, KA-52 can serve in a command and control role for a larger helicopter group of Mi-24s and Mi-28s as a target detector and designator. In addition to its unique characteristics, KA-52 employs all the firepower that is expected from a modern attack helicopter, albeit the autocannon is mounted in a fixed position, lacking the flexibility of a turret. Number 1. AH-64E Apache Guardian. The Boeing AH-64 Apache is an American twin-turboshaft attack helicopter with a tailwheel-type landing gear arrangement and a tandem cockpit for a crew of 2. It features a nose-mounted sensor suite for target acquisition and night vision systems. This helicopter is U.S. Army's workhorse. The Apache is the most numerous and widespread attack helicopter of the Western world and its allies. As of 2020, 2,400 plus were built for the US and its partners, including Israel, the United Kingdom, Japan, South Korea, and others. The most experienced and proven Western warfighter in its category today, the Apache has seen action in every major American and NATO conflict since its introduction. The holy trinity of trusty offenses, Hellfire missiles, M320 chain gun with 1,200 rounds of 30mm ammunition, and Hydra rockets, a highly reliable and successful platform, the Apache is here to stay at least until 2048. So guys, that was our list of top 10 most sophisticated helicopters. Do let us know if you guys have more information, but obviously from reliable sources, as we would love to feature your content and keep you updated. Do tell us which one is your favorite. Your suggestions play a vital role in helping us create better content for you, so do not forget to give your feedback. If you guys like our content, do give us a thumbs up, and a sub to the channel would be ecstatic. See you guys in the next one. Until then, peace.